he's trying it after me, but we didn't really have enough time.
I don't know what's happening.
Maybe we need to bang on it.
Yeah, I have my hammer in my car. So.
Okay, that's that.
Hello? Where?
She's on the phone.
I can show you the map here also.
That water maker that's in the back
Yeah.
only has 10 hours on it in all these years, so
Yeah.
it hasn't really been used. So water makers, you need to service and pickle them like once every year or so. If it hasn't been done, you can plan on spending a little bit of money to make it 100%.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those. If you're going to use it a lot, you got to use it a lot. If you're not going to use it at all, just don't use it. You know,
All the
don't
time.
expect it to work. If you don't use it for 3-4 years, don't expect it to work right.
You know,
It's not a forgiving item.
since we left Sweden, we have never run it
Yeah.
because you have 800 liters on board.
Yeah, you got more water than you're
Yeah.
probably ever going to use.
That's what I thought. I heard 800 liters.
800
not
liters,
gallons,
yeah, liters. Yeah, and here's the manifold and the capacity. Here's the manifolds. He's got 2 open and 2 closed. And here's the capacities in liters.
Now, what is this?
This is water tanks, 4 water tanks.
There are 4 water tanks.
Yeah.
Yes, 4 water tanks, 4
So
fills.
we looked at one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we looked at 1 up forward, then we got 2 more here, right?
Yeah.
And then we got 1 more.
This side is very big, and you can see it in manual.
Yeah, if you look at here, you see the capacities.
Yeah.
170, 170, 220, and 390 liters.
Wow. So there's tons of water.
For water, yeah.
it is.
And then you just open and close valves accordingly as needed.
Uh-huh.
Whether you do 2 at a time or 1 at a time.
Are there any
you know.
meters to tell you what? How
Yes.
much?
You have it here.
You have a single gauge with 4 push button
If you
toggles.
use the both down in the cockpit here, I prefer to switch open both valves because I can use this
See how
here.
the gauge went up?
Yeah,
Just move
because this one doesn't work here.
that so we can see it. There you go.
But
See the gauge?
if you use them both, you can see how much water you have. It's almost full.
Almost full.
It's- yeah,
If you use them both.
yeah.
If you open up 2 of them,
Here you
which
can
he's got
have them.
these 2 open,
Uh-huh.
the bottom 2 are open.
Yeah, and you empty boat on both sides same time, and you have the stabilization on the boat.
Yep.
If you open only one at a time, you start to
Right.
leading on the
This.
side.
Okay.
So
this is maps of whole world maps.
yeah, it almost. You see here.
You probably have to update it periodically, right?
Yeah,
That's where you've been.
yeah.
Yeah.
You have Australia,
Mhm.
Guinea. You see?
It's a computer, so you have to update it periodically. You know, with
Yeah,
the current
yeah,
nav.
but this
Any
one
changes in
is pretty new, so.
okay. The
And
software.
you see,
Does it tell you when your software?
this one open CPM.
Does it tell you the date of your software? When it was last updated?
I don't know. It should be somewhere in information about that. But, let's see here.
Like a version or a.
Yeah. Let's see.
It might give you a date on the version.
Oh, that's right. I can
Yeah.
do that.
It's,
Oh,
the chart is from 2012,
There you
so
go.
it's pretty good. So here is Lake Hjälmaren.
That's your hometown, right?
Yeah. You see.
There you go.
Yep.
Oh, actually, I'm born.
Oh, go.
Okay, so this vessel being 220 volts, 50 hertz. Okay, the generator developing that power too. You're from shore. You're bringing in 240 volts, 60 hertz, which is too much. That's why we couldn't run a few of the other things. If you put in or create a transformer box that steps that down, now the boat is getting the correct power from shore to run everything the way you want it from shore, like that dive compressor. And
In the U.S.
In the U.S. In the U.S. and the U.S. connections and so forth. That way, when you're in the U.S., you can go to any dock.
Sure.
It steps it down. It
Sure.
doesn't know the difference, and now you're giving the boat what
Yeah.
it was designed to set up for.
Or I can use a portable.
Where you can use it, yeah. Or you can use just generator to exercise and run those 50 hertz cycle systems, you know, at dockside.
Yep.
Yeah. Right now, running a few of the things that are engine driven, like the air conditioning pumps and so forth, they are 50 hertz pumps and compressors that you're giving them 60. They don't really like that. They don't really want you to do that. You know, they're running, they're doing the job, but you know, you may burn them out. And so stepping it down to the proper hertz will prolong the life of winding driven motors, like air conditioning compressors, you know, pumps that operate on 220. Like what else you got?
And it's only US who have this
Right.
different.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And when
And
you
I
come
don't plan
down
to spend a lot of
Caribbean
time.
and British Virgin Island, St. Bart, St. Lucia, and everything, you have this
220. Right, really correct. So it's basically for those times. That's why I said
Yeah.
a portable box would be the way to go.
Yeah.
And it's just a box into the wall, into the
Sure.
dock, and then
Sure.
your cord out of that. That would be the way. The same thing with the two TVs. You know, they need to be 50 hertz, and we're not getting that. We need a couple adapters to try it on 220.
But that one is convertible on from 220 to 12 volts.
To 12, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So you can
need
use it either even 110 and 220
Right. So this one you need just an adapter.
Yeah.
So you,
to plug it in. Yeah.
to plug it in, so you can plug in your 110 to step it down again to 12.
Yeah.
So that one will probably work with just an adapter. On the transom, you got to inscribe the hull number, the correct hull number that's on the insurance paper, but it's nowhere else on the boat right now that I can find. The hull number 160 should be the full length, which was on the insurance papers, said FR BEY 16049 E as in Edward 999. That's the plaque that needs to be on the transom, either engraved, or a plaque permanently secured and fastened to the starboard side transom, not the port side transom. The full length. And that's 14 digits, including the FR at the beginning. The second plaque should be also fabricated and put in a hidden location, an unobserved hidden location, which is international rules. Okay.
But no one could mix with it. You have seen it. If someone has mixed with it.
No. It doesn't look like it was there and painted over, or, you know, because you'll see that on a painted
Yeah,
boat,
exactly.
that you can barely see it, but you'll still have you'll see the little square that it was
If somebody
at,
played
and
with
then
it.
you can't see the numbers because the boat was painted.
Right, right. When I paint boats, I see that all the time. You know, they sand it, they
Yeah,
grind it
yeah.
down, they don't, do it.
This, no
But
one
this,
has done.
without being painted, it just never got engraved. And it was in the mold as the 160, which is what comes up here, you know, in your insurance papers. But that's the only place we see it. You know.
Exactly.
It needs to be on the boat as
Yeah.
well.
But I know,
as a
I
requirement.
saw the number somewhere, but
Not that full length number.
yeah.
You saw that somewhere?
Yeah, but I
Ever?
don't remember.
It's
That's
not
probably-
in the engine compartment, on a bulkhead, or on a set of fiberglass, in the lazarette.
Hopefully, yeah. If they could only speak. If the boat could only speak, it would tell us where it's at. You know, and you'll probably come across it. The more hours that you spend on it, going through every little cabinet, you may find it on something. And that would be the secondary hull number that we're supposed to be. The primary one is supposed to always be starboard side, transom corner.
Okay.
Not port. Okay. Got to get these to the lab before they close. And I think we've covered it.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Well, it was here. No, it's a Veritas.
Yeah, that's the, but it doesn't, that's the inspection, but that's not the actual number.
Yeah.
That's who did it and where they
Yeah,
did it.
it was that sign I'm looking for,
Yeah.
but it's not that.
It's a different one. It's gonna be a Beneteau sign sticker.
Yeah.
Like
Two
You
and a
probably
half
know a
ton.
few too many people there now,
Yeah.
more than you care to.
You know, and it was 4 RV for repair before me. Then I come, then we come 2 more. It was 5 RV for the other workshop.
How long was your trip?
Yeah,
How many days?